Welcome to another in the continuing series of videos about plants being featured at the 15th Annual Friends of the Frelinghuysen Arboretum Plant Sale. As the title says, this video is about some excellent perennials for shady locations. Cimicifuga, with its imposing height and architectural stature, is quite useful as a focal point in the shade garden. In late summer, the fragrant white flowers draw you to it. One plant is grand, several are glorious. Eucharas are the perfect solution to many garden designs, easy to grow with colors that add to or blend with every garden situation. Although prized for their foliar effect, eucharas have small, airy, bell-like flowers in summer. Euchara blackout has foliage that is very dark purple. Others, like Euchara cinnabar silver, have a silvery metallic sheen, and Euchara caramel has striking apricot leaves. Eucharas prefer light shade, grow to 18 inches when in flower, and are carefree. No garden is complete without these wonderful plants. Hacanacloa is a grass made for the shade. Hacanacloa aureola was the perennial plant of the year in 2009. The arching leaves of this plant look graceful in the garden or in a container. It can be used en masse as a ground cover. Commonly known as Hakone grass, it is also available in a green with white edge form, Hacanacloa albostriata, and in a form that is all gold. The newest addition to the family, Red Wind, takes on beautiful shades of red in the fall. In any of its colors, Hakone grass belongs in your garden. Astilbe are among the easiest plants to grow. They like shady conditions, adequate moisture, and regular feeding. They are long-blooming workhorses in the garden and come in shades of pink, white, and red. Their fern-like foliage and airy plumes pair well with the larger leaves of hosta or rogersia. They also work well in containers. Astilbes are equally at home in formal gardens or those with a more relaxed feel. Dicentra, commonly known as bleeding hearts because of their heart-shaped flowers in pink, red, or white, are flowers your grandmother grew. They have not lost their charm for today's gardener. Blooming in late spring, bleeding hearts are wonderful naturalizers in the garden and create a casual effect in the shady border or woodland. Epimediums can act as ground cover when planted in mass or as a single delicate specimen. That said, epimediums are tough as nails despite their delicate appearance. Blooming in April and May with delicate flowers of yellow, pink, orange, or white, they thrive in dry shade and are semi-evergreen. They are 12 to 15 inches tall. Epimediums add an airy feel to dense shade with their wiry stems and delicate flowers. Hellebores are the star of the late winter, early spring garden. They range in color from white to pink to purple, sometimes blooming in the snow. Their dark green, leathery foliage remains intact for most of the year, adding texture to the garden. Planted singly or in mass, they add interest at a time when gardens are barely shaking off winter snow and continue to delight for months before the flowers fade. Hellebores make excellent cut flowers. Polygonatum's arching stems, bell-shaped flowers, and black seed pods offer spring to fall interest. They range in height from 12 to 48 inches, depending on variety, and spread, although not aggressively, to create a nodding blanket of coverage. Commonly called Solomon's seal, this native plant is deer-resistant. It looks best when allowed to naturalize. Pair it with bleeding hearts, ferns, and hellebores in the woodland garden. Ferns are the mainstay of the shade garden. They act as fillers and backdrops for the other shade plants. They vary in size from 6 inches to 4 feet. Some are evergreen, but most are at their best from early spring when the fronds unfurl, until they change to muted browns and bronze in the fall. They are deer-resistant. Pair them with any bold-leafed plants like hosta, rogersia, or hellebores. They are equally lovely unfurling among spring bulbs. Brunnera has blue forget-me-not flowers, somewhat rough-textured heart-shaped leaves, and is a subtle, sophisticated addition to the border. Its foliage can be found variegated or splashed with white, but all varieties have azure blue flowers. It is effective paired with spring bulbs, anemone sylvestris, Solomon seal, and a blue-leafed hosta like blue umbrellas. Tricertus, commonly known as toad lily, is another good bet for the autumn garden. It has exotic orchid-like blooms in shades of white, purple, and even yellow. Growing 1 to 2 feet tall in part or full shade situations, they prefer moist soil and can form a nice colony over time. This is just a small sampling of the plants for shade that will be available at the Friends Plant Sale. For a complete list, check out the plant sale page at www.arboretumfriends.org/plant sale. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.